I will tell you the most crazy story in the world, though. I'm up on Uncle Paul's farm, Uncle Paul, my dad's younger brother's farm. There's a railroad track, which is no longer there. You had to go up this steep incline. Here's a railroad track and down the steep incline. And I had what they called but basically it was a harrow. And I was supposed to bring the harrow over to the other side because we just cleared a piece of woods land and we were supposed to do that. And you came home from school or summer or whatever, and you just did whatever anybody said. You go do this, you go do that, you go do this, you go do that. Okay, fine. So anyway, I'm on a tractor. I began at this point, maybe about 13. But these tractors are really tough with your legs, and there's a lock on the brake and all that. Well, anyway, I'm going across the track. The damn thing bucks and drops the harrow onto the track. Now I have a harrow that has its hook track caught under the railroad, the western side of the railroad track of the streamliner. That's bad enough. And then I hear,
oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
I got a train coming out of me out of Francis Creek, which is probably about 8 miles north of me. And I have to figure out how to get on the tractor, back it up, hit the brake, and reach back and pull this thing, which is about 3 feet higher behind me, and pull it up and get the damn thing up. And I can't quite do it, and I'm busting my ass how to do this. And there was a concrete block that somebody had put in this little piece of concrete. It's a little piece of, well, basically it was there.
Block kind of?
It was a cinder block, and it was there. And I grabbed the cinder block and I put it under the brake, and it went back, and I grabbed this thing. You have a latch and you have a handle. You pull the latch, you pull the handle, you pull it down.
Okay.
Bang! I'm pulling it up. Okay, fine. At this point in time, I can see the train as close as you are. No, I'd say 5 times from me. The engineer's eyes are falling out of his head. I'm shitting my pants. Not quite, but I am scared out of my wits. I get this thing up, I come up, I bang this, and boom! This thing missed us by this much.
Okay, that was one life.
That was. I could have wrecked. It was a streamliner. It was a streamliner full of fucking people. I could have killed a whole trainload full of people.
But you didn't.
But the crazy...
Oh, your guardian angel's been working overtime with you, lady.
I just sat there.
Holy smokes, that's a story.
I swear, I couldn't make this up. I swear. By this point in time, because the guy had been leaning on the whistle, when he came around the curve out of Francis Creek, he was on the whistle. By this point in time, everybody in the area knew there was a problem. And he missed us by no more than the space of this. I was shaking so bad. And if I hadn't reached back, if I hadn't found that piece of concrete to put under this, to hold this down and reach, I don't know if you know what a brake, hand brake is.
I know what it looks like, yeah.
Okay, if I hadn't pulled that hand and pulled that, get that thing out from under the track,
right, and
what I had to do, I had to rock it back. I had to rock it back to get it back out, and then pull it up, and then How old
were you then?
I was about 13.
Oh, jeez. And you were by yourself?
I was scared out of my wits. Scared out of my wits. I mean, I was shaking like a freaking leaf.
And where were you going with this thing?
I was taking that harrow to where I was supposed to take it to.
Just farm business. It's
farm business. Go here, go there. Take this over here. Because kids get this, take this, go there, do this, do that. Take this, do that, da-da. Well, the damn thing, it shouldn't have fallen off, but when it went over the track, it shook something loose and the harrow dropped and caught the track. Shouldn't have happened.
I hear you. Yeah.
It was nobody's fault.
Right.
You could do this all day long. It just happened. But that was that was one of the times in my life when my heart just went, oh shit, I just couldn't kill this whole trailer of people. I couldn't run away.
That's like a movie.
Well, anyway, the people survived, the train survived. I think the engineer shit his pants.
Bet you're right. Wow.
What else do you want to know?
He didn't even slow down then, right? Because he couldn't have.
Oh, he had the brakes on.
Oh, he did.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter because.
I mean, you know how long it takes to stop a train? Okay, we're coming upon a blind curve. It's coming out of Francis Creek. Coming out of it's a blind curve. He has no room to stop. And when I heard the whistle, I knew he didn't have room to stop. I didn't have a watch. I just knew what time it was. Oh, fuck.
So when you got home, or whoever you told the story to.
No. My uncle was there. My dad was there. Everybody was there.
And what did you say? Do you remember?
I don't remember anything beyond that. I was just hysterical. For him, and he got a horse named Kit. And she was a Kentucky Derby horse that managed to, instead of running the race, jumped over fences and went sort of sideways.
Had a mind of her own?
Well, I mean, she was really fast. She just couldn't run down the course. So I got her kind of cheap. And then I went off to Chicago and did other things.
So had she actually been in the Derby?
No, she hadn't been in the Derby, but she was in that stable mind. And at some point in time, my dad thought, well, she's not coming back, and we'll go into that some other time. That she killed some people. And she didn't kill them on purpose. They just said they shouldn't have been on her. But never mind.
But that was that the last horse before you left?
That was my last horse. Kit was my last horse. But Kit, I got Kit.
And what kind of horse was Kit?
She was a Derby horse and a thoroughbred.
I mean, a thoroughbred. Okay.
So I got her out. It was winter. I took her out. I took her about half a mile north. And then took a ride and went up D. And took another ride about another half mile. And she wanted to run, so I said, okay, fine, run. We get a mile or so ahead of us. Run, bitch. You're fine there. Run. Mm-hmm. The miles are going. She's going to get tired pretty soon.
No.
We're coming up on 110. 110 where a lot of trucks go fast, and she's not even freaking slowing down. Not good. Well, we're about an eighth of a mile from 110, and she's not even freaking winded. Oh shit! And we got about 24 inches of snow on the ground.
Oh, she's running through all this snow?
And she's running on a road this
Oh.
but we got snow.
Oh, okay.
So I flipped the reins over and reached underneath her, grabbed the reins, and hauled off. Pulled her down.
Between her legs? And just let her roll? Or you rolled? You jumped off?
I jumped and yanked. And she rolled. We didn't hit the highway.
You could have got killed, though.
I would have been killed anyway. I would have been killed anyway. If we hit that road at 110 with the semis and everything else, there was no way we were going to survive. She hit that road at that speed, we were dead. I might as well take her down now rather than hit the road.
Holy smokes.
But I pulled her off and yanked over to the side. We hit a drift. She would...
She didn't roll on you.
No, I kicked off on her. I jumped and kicked off on her. Mm-hmm. And here's this long, quiet time. And here's, oh, it isn't me, it's her. We both could pick up our heads and look at each other. We're pretty close to Betty's, to my dear friend, I can't even, Helen, whatever her name was. Mm-hmm. And I I stood up and she stood up and she looked at me. And I took her over to a stump, got on her ass, and we walked home. Scariest ride in my entire freaking life. I was certain I was dead. I just didn't want to take out a whole lot of people with me.
Wow, you've been in some little tight binds there, huh? From the railroad tracks to the runaway horse.
You ain't heard nothing yet. This is early on.
Oh!
Oh, shit, woman.